Alright, welcome to the video. I've just been very curious about new naval updates. So I've jumped in the staging branch and I've been mucking around a little bit. I come across a very interesting build. I've seen a lot of boats that were just big tanky looking boxes and stuff like that. So I played around and I've come up with an interesting design that I'm calling the catlock. You'll see why in a minute. Now, obviously this is staging branch and they got a lot of work to do on this naval update. So this concept might not work, but it's kind of cool. So I'm just going to do it real rough for you guys. And it's really, you can customize everything to how you would want it. It's just the concept. If you know it, I'll show you what I mean. All right, so essentially, this is the concept. Boat drives that way, and you suspend all your stuff over the top. So it's just a very rough example. All right, so you could have steering wheel up there, loot room, shooting floor, whatever you want, as long as whatever you're driving over can fit underneath it. So probably have some stability issues. Yeah, I haven't actually tried to go this high, but we'll see. Okay, so yeah, you can get some serious clearance going on there. So you could basically drive over loot piles out in the water, diving points. So far in my testing, if you drive over one of these diving point buoys, or buoys, however you want to say it, they do not move. They don't break. They totally hook onto your ship. So you can use them as an anchor if you wanted to. The other thing you can do is if you can get a base to fit, a boat base to fit inside there, you can essentially drive over it and lock it in. So you get yourself a couple of ramps, can be one or two, doesn't really matter. So you need to close them. Obviously, yep, staging branch, so all this might change, but doesn't. It's a cool design. So essentially, once you're all set up, you drive over it, put these down and lock it in. And so you can up in here, spawn boats and stuff in there. They do get a little bit tangled up, but they'll still come along with you. So what we can do, we get a dinghy and a rib, like that. And you can scoop them up, drag them along with you. What have we got? So we're 3 panels wide. So if somebody has like a 2x2 boat base, you drive over it and scoop it up. Pretty interesting little concept. All right, so I've just placed the bare minimum to get boat out on the water. We go finish building. Did just sink those boats, but that's because I was sitting on the netting. If none of this is making sense, I pay to check out somebody who's explaining all the things in this new update. All right, so we've got fuel in. Let's stop flying around. So yeah, you can pretty much customize this however you want. As long as you've got this open concept, you can pretty much scoop stuff up. So we'll just get on the plane. If that's even possible. Here we go. We'll test it with this. So in my testing, we're going to go straight past. There we go. All right, we're hooked on. Full lock to the right. Boom. Chuck that down. Chuck that down. Boom. You're locked in. How do you like them apples? So that's the concept. And if we go ahead, I'm just going to turn these off, or a fast way is to just jump in the water. It'll shut them all down. Turn that one on reverse. I'm just going to turn one engine on. Boom. Not damaging. How good's that? it ain't going anywhere. You could play around with the idea of having the steering wheel up top or off to the side, have your engines on the side, and have the joining piece as that, break these foundations, and just have ramps. So have a lock, front and rear lock. And hook over it, and then when you're ready to go, open up the back and drive off. That's another way of doing it too. So the other thing here that I was playing around with, I need to be in edit mode for this, was essentially lining cannons the whole way along here. So when you hook over a boat, get him locked in, you can just go and they're stuck. You just got free fire with your cannons. Obviously they will be able to fire cannons back too, but it might save the hassle of trying to steer, run back and forth, line up a cannon, shoot. I'm not sure how that gameplay is going to work yet. So the other thing is cool. Now I'm going pretty quick here, so this might go a bit crazy, but we drop a rib in. We can take it with us. Now, to be fair, I probably should have done this slot. So there you go. We'll drop a rib in. And if you're a big group, maybe you've got a couple of dinghies too. Drop them in. You know what? Let's go a bit crazy with it. Let's see what you can do. Maybe you've got a couple of horses. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He's freaking out. He's not a fan. Anyway. Horses might not work. What am I looking for here? Helicopters. Minicopter. A mini on it? Bro's not happy. Yeah, so you're going to click onto that rib and launch me. Oh, he's settled. All right. Oh no, I just drowned him. So it is a little bit buggy if you get near them. But as you can see, our mini is still there and our dinghies are still underneath that. So there might be a little bit of messing around to retrieve them, but you can bring them with you. So if you're going out to rig or something like that, push those. Alright, get your rib out of the way. Like that. Flip your dinghies over. Might have to play around with it a little bit, but there you go. All your boats are there. And if you don't want them to drift away, your drawbridges down, your ramps, they're calling them. Oh, it's not going to clip onto the rib. Okay, there we go. Probably don't need to, but looks cleaner. Start up an engine. And we might go backwards just to show that. Backwards is a little bit... You can lose your dinghies during this. They can get sucked under, depending on how fast you go. Yeah, he's going to start to go under there. He might get stuck. So yeah, that one's a little bit... Direction's a little bit how you're going. Yeah, so we've lost one there. But you're probably not going to be going backwards a lot. So let's put it back in forwards mode. Just get them all cranked up here. Oh, we got that one back anyway. There you go. It looks ridiculous, but it works. And that's all you really want. Oh crap, where are we going? We're heading for land, I think. If you don't know much about this update yet, haven't seen much yet, you can't build unless you're in edit mode down on that platform. So obviously it looks like those boats are going to pop out, but all you would have to do when you're building is just, chuck in some walls. Like you could have window frames here that would lock them in. But we're also just going a bit silly with our direction here if we just straighten back up. maybe head this way. Like that. This one. But yeah. The cat lock. If you're wondering where that comes from, it's the catamaran lock. The cat lock. Obviously, I didn't build much here. It was just basic to show you the concept. But I'm sure if somebody played around with this, and I might even muck around with it a little bit later on, and I'm sure you can take this concept and turn it into something really crazy. It does seem like at the moment we're a bit limited on panels. I don't know if this is the final panels or we'll get a couple more. I'm not too sure. So one other little quick thing you can also do with this base, this boat design, is you can essentially dock it and lock it. Dock it and lock it, yeah. All right, so basically I'll quickly show you. The boat is on fire because my mini cod blew up, but it's not damaging it. So anyway, this is basic as, but you can play around with this all you want. So you have a 3 square spacing, but if you go and do this 3 wide, it gets all caught up and tries to sink it. So if you just go 2, and it can sort of just rattle around in there. I know that was excessive, but all right, so we're going to forward, steer it in, and you could essentially do this at any point in the water. Obviously, right on the shore is probably a little bit pointless, maybe, because it will probably try and beach itself anyway. So yeah, you have like a little boat base in here or something, maybe. Lock your boat in there. Back her up a bit. Open your ramps, back her up. Close them. Boat's locked in. Spin around. So yeah, that's the idea. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think this is an interesting concept and you want me to actually build it all up properly and see how much we can really do. Obviously, it's staging brand, so like all this could change, but certainly something to keep in mind. A very versatile base, considering it floats. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching.